This is Lumot Elementary School's Learning Continuity Plan, school year 2020 to 2021. There are many educational challenges that we face today due to global health crisis, but we in Lumot Elementary School dare to keep moving forward. The outbreak of COVID-19 has been declared a public health emergency. It's been months now since it spread globally, affecting nations' economic status, lifestyle, and educational condition. With regards to the educational status and with accordance to the issuances of the Department of Education on the schooling arrangements under the new normal, education will continue despite of the public health crisis that the country is experiencing until now. Lumot Elementary School in the district of Cavinti will continue its service despite the pandemic outbreak. The LCP will be the main response for catering our learners while ensuring their safety and protection, likewise with all the teaching and non-teaching personnel of the school. With a total land area of 10,000 square meters, Lumot Elementary School to date is a medium public elementary school in the district of Cavinti. Lumot Elementary School is strategically located in Barangay Mahipon that offers elementary education from kindergarten to grade 6 that accessibly caters to every need of the learners of the locality and some from neighboring barangay. Headed by a school principal 1, Lumot Elementary School has 321 pupils, 10 teacher 1, 1 teacher 3, a master teacher 2, with a total of 12 nationally funded teaching personnel and 1 administrative aide. Furthermore, there are 23 instructional rooms. Through the collaborative minds and insights of school personnel, General Parent Teachers Association, LGU, headed by Honorable Yanito L. Villanueva, together with Councilor Henry I. Villanueva, the school's circle of support was formulated. The LCP is anchored to the DepEd's curriculum adjustments toward adapting the new normal in the new learning environment available in the community and at home. In connection to school's LCP, Lumot Elementary Schools, LGU, NGOs, teachers, volunteers, parents, and other stakeholders commit to strengthen the various programs and projects of the school to sustain and elevate learners' active educational engagement in the new normal without sacrificing their health and safety. Headed by the school's enrollment data this school year is reflected in the table above, with 148 males and 173 females, with a total of 321. It can be noted that the school's enrollment significantly increased from 317 from previous year to 321 this school year, with an increase of 1.26%. This means that parents entrust the school in delivering quality education despite the pandemic. The graph shows that the greatest challenge to this distance learning is lack of available gadgets or equipment at home to be used by learners. Unstable mobile internet connection and insufficient low data allowance can also hinder the children's learning. Some parents said that distractions from social media, noise from community, difficulty in independent learning since both parents are working, conflict with other activities at home, existing health conditions, and lack of available space for learning are the other challenges that can affect children's process in learning in time of pandemic. While talking on employment status of parents, the above graph implies that 125 out of 321 parents, or 38.9%, are self-employed. 24.3% have part-time jobs, 19.62% have full-time jobs, 9.99% are unemployed due to ECQ, and 7.17% are not working. If learners are to learn themselves alone at home, who can give them instructional support to children's distance learning? This graph will answer the question. This connotes the family members who can give instructional support to children in distance learning, from which is dominated by parents or guardians, with a total of 243 or 75.70%. This infers that parents or guardians are willing to adopt the new normal and be part of their children's learning development. The Department of Education, with its unceasing support to all government efforts in taking care of the whole nation, remains devoted and determined to the goal of delivering accessible, quality, liberating, and safe basic education services among Filipino learners amid this pandemic time. DepEd has modified certain policies and practices to adapt the new normal while remaining true to the framework of Sulong Edukalidad, one of the essential policies being modified in crafting of its learning continuity plan. In compliance with this policy, Lumot Elementary School designs a comprehensive learning continuity plan which is anchored to the ICLEA framework of Region 4A, Pivot 4A, to meet the needs of delivering basic education to 321 learners enrolled for the current school year as of July 2020. The framework reflects learners as the center of academic goal, supported by school, family, stakeholders, and community, of which are hand in hand, moving around and protecting the health and safety and well-being of learners as they create the circle of support. The circle of support has no gaps in between to create a strong barrier to protect the learners from COVID-19, while providing support in the attainment of learners' academic excellence, adapting the modular learning modality. There are many things to be considered in this trend, such as the availability of learning resources, health and safety, instructional materials and devices, new learning plans, and modalities which can be realized by having intense commitment of all school personnel, involvement of the family, community support, and most of all, the stakeholders' continuous school engagement. Based from Learners Enrollment Survey Form, 301 of them, or 93.77%, chooses the modular distance learning print, or modular, while 20 of them, or 2.23%, chooses the blended learning approach. This implies that most of the parents chooses the modular learning modality with 93.77%. From 321 learners, there are 11 classes. 2 classes from kindergarten, 2 classes from grade 1, 1 class from grade 2, 2 classes from grade 3, 1 class from grade 4, 1 from grade 5, and 2 classes from grade 6. From the table of number of organized classes by grade level for learning modality shows that only one section from grade 6 chooses the blended learning approach, and the rest choose the modular distance learning modality. This is the modular distance learning delivery and retrieval process flowchart. From identifying enrollment of learners, population site mapping, strategically locating of learning hub based from the population mapping of learners, assigning learners to be catered by each learning hubs, assigning of teacher volunteers in each learning hubs, preparation of learning hubs abiding the minimum health standards set by IATF, printing and sorting of modules and worksheets, delivery of modules. Parents will get the modules and worksheets from the learning hubs on Mondays. Answering of modules at home with the guidance of teachers, tutors, and para-teachers. Parents and guardians will deliver back the modules to the learning hubs on Fridays. Delivering back the modules and worksheets to the school. Sorting of modules by grade level and section. Checking of modules by teachers. Rating and giving feedback suggestions for improvement of learners. It is visible from this flowchart that from rating and giving feedback suggestions for improvement of learners, it will go back to the delivery of modules, and the same pattern will be repeated over and over again. The same is true in blended learning delivery and retrieval process flowchart, from printing of modules, downloading and saving of learning videos, delivery of modules and learning videos and worksheets. Learning videos may be delivered through school media platform or messenger. Parents will get the modules, worksheets, and learning videos from the learning hubs on Mondays. Watching the learning video, answering of modules at home with the guidance of parents, tutors, and para-teachers. Parents and guardians will deliver back the modules and accomplished worksheets to the learning hubs on Fridays. For those in blended learning, may send back the worksheets through Messenger. Delivering back the modules and answer sheets to the school. Sorting of modules by grade level and section. Checking of modules by teachers and worksheets. Rating and giving feedbacks, suggestions for improvement of learners. It can also be seen that from rating and giving feedback, suggestions for improvement of learners, it will always go back to printing of modules, downloading and saving of learning videos. These patterns will also be repeated over and over again. The assessment of learning plan. Teacher deployment. Class and teacher program for kindergarten. For grades 1 and 2, for grade 3, and for intermediate grades. It is also important to take note of the learning resources available in the school. It can be noted that the school have prepared learning packets for the first 4 weeks of first quarter. Teachers have printed and filed the complete copy of MELC and Pivot 4A budget of work, while ensuring the continuing professional development of teachers by attending LAC sessions, attending short courses sponsored by DepEd, attending webinars for self-improvement. As for monitoring and evaluation, this instructional supervisory plan was created to ensure that all aspects of learning and development was taken into consideration. In continuation of monitoring and evaluation on learning delivery effectiveness and efficiency, the population mapping of learners was created. It can be noted that the green part shows that 0 to 20 learners are residing from that area. The pink shows 21 to 40 are residing from that area. The red shows 41 to 60 are residing from that area. The orange shows 61 to 80 learners. The blue shows 81 to 100 learners. And the yellow shows the most number of learners residing from that area, which is 101 to 121 learners. Based from the population mapping of learners, the school has identified 5 learning hubs, namely Bato, which will cater 60 learners, Region, which will cater 121 learners, Gitna, which will cater 54 learners, Labak, which will cater 49 learners, and Looban, which will cater 37 learners with a total of 321. As per school logistics management, the school plans for in-house reproductions of learning materials with the help of the LGU by donating us a photocopier worth 46,000 pesos. After the in-house reproduction of learners' material, the weekly cycle of delivery and retrieval procedure will follow. From printing and sorting of modules and worksheets, delivery of modules in each learning hub, from where parents and guardians will get the modules and worksheets on Mondays, and deliver back the modules to the learning hub on Fridays. Then, volunteer teachers assigned in every learning hub will deliver back the modules to the school for sorting. The school effort of providing the learners the quality education despite the pandemic would not be possible without the network of community champions. And these were the 4 parent volunteers, 7 volunteer teachers, and 8 private individual volunteers. This is the school's funding resource requirement. The summary of expenditures for Learning Continuity Plan implementation from July to December 2020. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Are you prepared on August 24, 2020? Ready, set, go!